I'm Mandy Steckelberg.
We'll start at the top whenever you're ready.
Okay. And right into the camera.
Yes, please.
Yes, okay. Yes, once again, it is time to hand out our Susans and Lindsays. These are our awards recognizing women in last night's media. I didn't know they were still having women in media. Didn't they take a vote on that? Oh, anyway. The Susan, of course, after a quick Google search I found out, reveals she's a prominent 19th century civil rights leader and suffragette, while the Lindsay is named after our dear Lindsay Lohan, who is just a total mess. Let's get started. A first-time Susan to long-time Lindsay Awarded winner, Britney Spears, who, just in case this is your first time on the internet, did a guest star on Glee last night. Oops, she did it again is something lame, somebody might say, to describe Miss Spears' stellar comeback, but we would never do that. Kudos to Britney for letting the show poke fun at the troubled state of her career while still reminding her how totally influential her jams really were. Oops, she hit us, baby, one more time is also something someone might say if they weren't concerned about, looking lame and trying to find a way to end this segment. That's not what I'm doing right now. I really feel like dancing. Okay. And finally, a Lindsay goes to all-time Lindsay Award winner, Lindsay Lohan herself. This is not because she failed a recent court-ordered drug test and might be headed back to jail for another 30 days, but rather because this means at least another 30-day delay for the production and release of Georgia Rule 2. We need to know what happens to the name of your character, that nobody can remember.
Cool, and let's skip down, let's skip the next dramatic reading thing, just go right to the Block 1 opening anchor desk, and I'll read host number 2.
Great.
With you.
Okay. And number 2, last night's episode of Chuck on NBC saw a surprise appearance by reoccurring guest star Nicole Richie, and it was a lovely...
What's wrong? What's going on over there?
It's nothing. I'm just having trouble thinking of a way to say that Nicole Richie actually isn't a horrible actress without implying that everyone would just assume that she is.
Yeah, let's skip it.
You know what? Thank you. That's great. And finally, number 1 on our list, Top Chef Just Desserts Ice Cream Challenge makes frontrunner lose his cool.
Very clever.
Thank you. It's often said that real men cry, so Chef Testant, Seth must be really, really, really manly. Oh yeah. After failing to complete his ice cream sundae in a non-elimination challenge, Seth broke out in tears not once, not twice, not thrice, not quite.
Yeah, we get it, okay.
Well, you understand.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that when somebody cries on a reality show, the other contestants are supposed to, silently look away, hide their smirks, and wait to make fun of the person in interviews. Instead, Seth's wailing was so persistent and inexhaustible that the guest judge, Elizabeth Faulkner, the person who is, supposed to be a little scary and intimidating, she had to come over and spoon him until he quieted down.
So was there anything redeeming about this guy?
Well, later in the episode, he also decided to yell at all the other chefs for absolutely no reason.
Nothing at all?
Well, he looks almost exactly like Michael C. Hall from Dexter.
That'll have to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is my feeling about the Star Wars films. They're coming out with a 3D makeover, which is fantastic for a lot of people. Me, I hate it. And here's why. Those glasses, they make me cross-eyed. There's no way I can have fun watching a movie like constantly going like this. And it's not because I'm almost 30. That has nothing to do with that. I hate those glasses. I already slept through one too many Star Wars movies. And didn't we kind of peek at Yoda? These are my feelings about the Star Wars films. I realize I'm alone, and I'm proud to be there. CNN anchor Rick Sanchez getting fired for, among other things, calling Jon Stewart a bigot. This I kind of love. I love anybody who calls Jon Stewart names because then he gets to totally dress them down on The Daily Show, which is like one of my favorite shows. And also, I love that he just went ahead and said that Jews run Hollywood. Because, don't they? Are you going to fire me for saying that? Said Mandy Steckelberg. Which I'm not Jewish either. That's terrible, isn't it? I'm not Jewish, but I use my name to say that.
Absolutely, whatever it takes.
I think this is actually what does it. Glee announcing that they're doing a Rocky Horror Picture Show themed Halloween episode. Love it. Is there a person on the planet that doesn't love this? I feel like, in my opinion, the cast of Glee could tell me that they're going to dress up as dog turds, and I would still watch it. That's my feeling about Glee. And of course, Bristol Palin on Dancing with the Stars. Here's my feeling about Bristol Palin. Someone should give her a show on the Food Network because somebody keeps shoving her down my throat. I don't need any more Bristol Palin in my life, or her mama. They can go back to Alaska. Yeah.
That's great.